Welcome to another episode of the Grind Time Show. This is a little different because usually I'll go ahead and post my videos straight to YouTube and do a little editing. But there's a couple of things I want to talk about on this episode. And one is there's an ongoing theme that runs through our community. And it kind of goes in this format. You find somebody, or there might be an individual in your community that might be doing exceptionally well, and you'll notice a gambit of other individuals who come out to either assassinate or destroy that individual instead of asking that person for assistance for whatever they're trying to obtain or do. So let me give you a little backstory. Currently in Atlanta, everybody know I kind of do the YouTube thing, but my thing is organic. I'm not trying to do the clickbait thing, and most of my material and content is based off of financial literacy. So that's my lane. But I noticed there's a content creator by the name of Marcus, and his show is called Atlanta Street Interviews, if I'm not mistaken. And the premise of his content is going out to help homeless people. He tried to give them resources, as well as asking them different questions pertaining to their background, any kind of abuse or trauma. Now, when I first started watching this channel, I observed the obvious, like every other person in the audience. Yes, some of the questions that he asks is very cringe-worthy, especially when it comes down to some of the young ladies and women on the show. He will ask them personal questions pertaining to their sexual preference or things that may have taken place in their past that may have caused them to get to this point. Yes, I do think that occasionally maybe he might date some of these females and engage with them on a personal level. But the point that I'm trying to make, and I don't condone none of that, because I mean, it's always best to keep professional things professional, and your personal things personal. So like, I don't condone that, but the point that I'm trying to drive home is you have these content creators who may befriend you, who will team up with your enemy and do all of these things just to destroy a person. And if that's not the intent, then leave it alone. Let nature take its course. If y'all guys feel like this man is doing something that's negative or heinous, you gotta let his karma catch up with him. Or if you feel like it's that crazy and you're that concerned about it, then notify the authorities. If you have something that's substantial that can validate your claims. But I just think, as being a leader in my community for most of my life, and, I'm still a leader, it's very daunting to have individuals that you help, individuals that you try to support, because I know it was a young lady that he did an interview with, and she immediately, I believe probably the next day or two, got some information from somebody that I guess he was affiliated with, and she decided to take all of his information and give it to another content creator. And they pretty much like was trying to like railroad homeboy over some things that seem to be, if you got any kind of common sense, seem to be kind of logical. But once again, like, not judging nobody. Maybe his premise is to grab the low-hanging fruit, and, while he's helping out homeless people, he's helping himself. That could be the case. I never witnessed it, so I can't really validate that. But it seems like that might be the case. But, like, neither one of us as content creators or the mass audience have bear witness to that. And I think if we did, and it was something that bothered us morally or criminally, we have that obligation to take it a step further. But to make allegations about somebody or take their information and try to destroy them or destroy what they built just so that you can build up your audience or your channel, I think it's kind of demoralizing. And I think it's a common theme of what we would call in our community, like, soon as you find a king or a leader, you know, the common people come out and try to destroy them. Like I said, I'm not trying to like have no long interviews. None of my interviews is really long, but it was just something that's on my mind, and I figured I would go ahead and take some time out to address it because I've experienced that several times in my life. And you know, my thing is, like, if that man is doing something to help out the homeless, let him continue to do what he got to do. If he's doing something that don't fall in line with ethics or morals, I think the universe will catch up with him. And if your main intent is to boost yourself off of damaging somebody else, I think you should take a good look in the mirror. So that's pretty much it, yo. Like and subscribe. And you know what I mean? Let's help elevate our leaders so that we can move forward. Peace and love.